Fame may bring fortune, but it doesn't shield anyone from life's unpredictable turns. Over the years, several talented actors left us far too soon, passing away in their 30s, just as their careers were hitting new heights. These stars, with their unforgettable performances, captivated audiences and left an enduring legacy in the world of film and television. Though their time was short, their impact on the industry and fans around the world is undeniable. This video is a special tribute to the famous actors who died in their 30s.
I realize I still have a lot to learn, but the reason I'm here right now...
You probably remember Cory Monteith best as Finn Hudson on Glee. He was that Canadian guy with a heart of gold who seemed to have everything going for him. But behind the scenes, he had long struggled with substance abuse. In 2013, at just 31, Cory died from an accidental overdose in a Vancouver hotel room. It's hard to reconcile that with the guy who lit up the screen with his smile, isn't it? It's like he had this double life, publicly adored, privately battling demons. What really stings is how much promise he had left.
That's fighting word, partner.
Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. That's the name that'll forever be linked with Carl Switzer. But after his childhood stardom, life wasn't kind. He struggled to find work as an adult actor and ended up doing odd jobs to make ends meet. In 1959, at just 31, he was shot and killed during an argument over money. It's wild to think the boy we all laughed at for his cowlick and off-key singing had such a tragic end. Hollywood fame can be so unforgiving, especially when you peak too early.
I think for all of us, for everybody, everywhere. Could you bring back Uncle Remus?
Disney's first big child star, Bobby Driscoll, was once the voice of Peter Pan and starred in Treasure Island. But as he got older, Hollywood tossed him aside. His descent into drugs and crime was quick, and by the time he was 31, he was found dead in an abandoned building in New York City. No one even knew who he was at first. He was buried in a pauper's grave. It's heartbreaking how quickly fame and fortune can disappear, leaving someone so forgotten by the world.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Bruce Lee wasn't just an actor, he was a legend. This guy completely changed the way martial arts were portrayed in cinema. Enter the Dragon, his breakthrough Hollywood film, was still in post-production when he suddenly died at 32 from a cerebral edema. It's crazy to think that a man so strong and disciplined could pass so unexpectedly. What makes it even harder to grasp is how much more he could have done. His death left a void, not just in movies, but in the hearts of millions of fans who still idolize him today.
Find out if music calms the wild beast.
I'm Ryan Dunn, and this is the Ram Jam.
If you watched Jackass, you knew Ryan Dunn. He was the wild one, the guy who'd do just about anything for a laugh, no matter how crazy. But in 2011, Ryan's life came to a tragic end when he crashed his car while driving under the influence, killing both himself and a passenger. He was only 34. It was shocking, but also kind of haunting, how his reckless stunts on screen somehow mirrored the way he lived off camera. His death made it clear just how dangerous living on the edge can be. Standing at 7 feet 6 inches, Matthew McGrory was hard to miss. He played memorable roles in movies like Big Fish and The Devil's Rejects, but it was his towering presence that made him truly stand out. Sadly, in 2005, McGrory died of heart failure at just 32. His size, which made him so unique on screen, also took a toll on his health. Despite his giant stature, those who knew him often spoke about how gentle and kind he was. It's tragic to think how his physical gift also became part of his downfall.
You're driving along, and all of a sudden the kids are yelling from the back seat, "I gotta go to the bathroom, Dad!"
Chris Farley wasn't just funny. He was explosive, larger than life. From Saturday Night Live to Tommy Boy, his comedic timing was unmatched. But behind the laughter, Farley struggled with addiction, much like his idol John Belushi. In 1997, he died at 33 from an overdose, found alone in his Chicago apartment. It's almost eerie how similar his death was to Belushi's, isn't it? Farley made so many people laugh, yet he couldn't seem to find peace for himself. The world lost a lot of light that day. John Belushi was the original wild man of Saturday Night Live. Whether he was playing a samurai or rocking out as a blues brother, Belushi had this raw, manic energy that made him impossible to ignore. But that intensity came with a price. In 1982, he died at just 33 from a lethal combination of drugs in a Hollywood bungalow. He lived fast and hard, and his death hit fans like a gut punch. He was at the top of his game, and just like that, gone. It's hard not to wonder how much more he had to give.
Girl you're crazy about, remember?
Hey, I am out, man. Read my lips.
Andy Kaufman wasn't your typical comedian. He wasn't really a comedian at all, actually. His performances were more like social experiments. Whether he was lip-syncing to the Mighty Mouse theme or wrestling women, Kaufman lived to confuse and provoke. His death in 1984 at age 35 from lung cancer almost felt like another one of his bits. People didn't believe it was real. That's how bizarre and brilliant he was, always keeping people guessing, right up until the end. But no, it was real, and the world lost a true original.
rookie. Come on in. You mean you're still working?
Yeah, still working.
You must have connections.
Sal Mineo was a teen heartthrob in the 50s, starring alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. But as he got older, Hollywood didn't quite know what to do with him. By the 70s, he was making a bit of a comeback in theater when, tragically, he was stabbed to death outside his apartment at just 37. His murder shocked everyone, especially given how random it seemed. He had been working on revitalizing his career, and then, just like that, it was over. It's unsettling how life can change in a heartbeat. Today we remembered some of the incredible actors who left us far too soon in their 30s, yet still made a lasting impact. Their talent and legacies live on in the unforgettable roles they brought to life. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more content like this. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, or any actors you think should have been mentioned. Let's keep their memory alive together.